Southern Cross by Crosby, Stills Nash is a song that Stills wrote, and it's going to be played in standard tuning coming out of really just 3 chords. There's going to be an A major chord, a G chord, and then a D chord, all of them majors. And those are the only 3 chords in the entire song, but they present themselves in 3 distinct patterns that are like intro and verse pattern, and then you've got a pre-chorus pattern, and then you've got a chorus pattern. All of them are the exact same chords, but slightly different variations on the patterns that they're taking place in. So the intro is going to be A to a G and a D. The way that you make your A is Stills has his first finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and ring finger on the 2nd string 2nd fret. And you've got an open 5 string, and you're strumming all the way across strings 4, 3, and 2, and then you can even hit the open 1 if you want to. I would stay away from hitting the open 6th string. Even though it won't kill the chord, I would just avoid it because I don't really hear that low E. It sounds more of just from the A string down. So an A chord, and you hit that twice, 1, 2, and then you lift up your fingers to deaden the strings, and you can hear a muted strum of down, up that Stills is doing. Now, keep in mind, there are 3 other acoustic guitars playing in this as well, but this is pretty much what Stills is doing. So A, chuck, 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 down, up, A, down, up. Then you go to a G chord and do the same down, up. So G, down, up. I'm playing my G chord different from how Stills plays his. Let me tell you how Stills plays his G chord. He puts his thumb on the 6th string 3rd fret, and then he bars strings 1 and 2 on the 3rd fret with his 1st finger. And he allows his thumb to overreach the 6th string just enough to deaden out the 5th string so that that's not ringing through, and then strings 4 and 3 are ringing open. That's the way that he's playing his G chord. I'm playing my G chord like this out of habit and ease for me. I've got my 2nd finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, 1st finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, open 4, open 3, ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, pinky finger on the 1st string 3rd fret. So G, G, down, up, mute strum. And then you're going to go to a D chord, which you'll have an open 4th string. You've got your 1st finger on the 3 string 2nd fret. You've got your ring finger on the 2 string 3rd fret, and you've got your 2nd finger on the 1st string 2nd fret. Inside of this D chord, you hear a little embellishment where Stills hits the D chord from the 4th string open down, and then picks up his 1st finger and moves it to the 5th string 2nd fret, hits that, and then picks it up and kind of hits the open 5th and open 4th strings together, and then goes back into the D chord. So that D chord will be sounding like this. Or let me just play the whole thing from the A. A, G, to the D. And then after returning to the D, he lifts his 2nd finger up to expose the open 1st string. The D sounds like. One more time slowly. This is the intro, and this also serves for the verse as well. Second time through, almost the exact same. Back to the A chord, back to the G chord, and then on the D, instead of coming back up to the D after the little B part, it goes back into an A chord. So the second time through, it sounds like this from the D. As opposed to, whenever you resolve back into the A, the second time through, you then can hear Stills lift up his ring finger and expose the open 2 string. So let me play these 2 verse parts back to back for you. And then put together is basically the verse. It's the first series of chords. So A to a G, to the D, B, back to the A, to the G, D, A. hear me lift up my ring finger, A to the G to the D, D, open up the first string, back to the A, G, D, A, open up the second string, and then it just repeats this as the verse begins. The second set of chords that you'll need, so after the verse is done, it holds on the A briefly. For like one bar, it'll just hold on the A, and you can listen to the song to hear where that happens, but then it moves to a G chord for the pre-chorus. The G, G to a D, to a G, and then back up to the A. In the pre-chorus here, the strumming loses some of the chunk muted, and it seems to be more just pretty straight strumming. G to the D, back to the G, up to the A, and the strumming, it feels like I'm going down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And then again, it will hold on the A for a few bars, holding on the A before it goes to the chorus, and the chorus, so let me back up. That was our second chunk of chords. The second chunk of chords order is G to a D, G to an A, G to a D, G to an A. That is the pre-chorus. And then it holds on the A until it goes into the chorus. And the chorus is going to be a D chord to a G chord to an A chord. And then it goes, which is also a D chord, but it's a different style of D chord. So the other chords that we've played so far have been the exact same fingerings of standard traditional, basically D's, A's, and G major chords in open position. But at the end of each bar, or at the end of each round of chords in the chorus, it moves to a bar D chord and goes down, up, down. The way that this is getting played is you're using your first finger to bar the 5th fret of strings 6 and 5. And then your pinky finger is going to be barring the 7th fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. And you want to avoid the first string in this. So you're going down, up, down across strings 6 through 2 in this barred pattern right here. And that is going to be the chorus, and then it repeats. So again, the chorus will be D, I'll play it slower, D to a G chord to an A chord, then back to the D major traditional to a G chord to an A chord, 3, D to the G to the A, switch to the bar, D to the G to the A, and then the last time it just decays on this A before going back into the intro and verse chords progression of A to the G, to the D, to the D, open up the first string, A, to the G, to the D, A, open up the second string, repeat. So those are the chords and movements to Southern Cross by Crosby, Stills, Nash. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.